You are looking live at the Magic City of Orlando in the Sunshine State of Florida. This is the very first Raw of a brand new season. This is the Raw after WrestleMania. It was a happening less than 2 weeks ago in Philadelphia at the grandest stage of them all. And the results of that weekend have certainly sent shockwaves throughout the WWE Universe. Of course, in the main event on WrestleMania Sunday, Bron Breakker was able to outlast the challenge of CM Punk to retain the WWE Championship. Bron planting his flag at the top of this industry. And now, 8 nights later, the unpredictable badass is back in action. In your main event, live from Orlando, Bron runs into a familiar foe as he goes one-on-one with the Judgment Day's Damian Priest. Priest and Finn Balor, unsuccessful inside Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. The Punishment looks to turn it all around tonight in a high-stakes main event live on the Raw after WrestleMania. And kicking things off inside the Kia Center, the Legendary, the Revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins is in the house. Hot off the heels of Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania, Rollins is on Raw. It was on WrestleMania Sunday that the Hounds of Justice realigned for one night only as Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns took on Damian Priest and Finn Balor inside Devil's Playground. The months of ambushes, the months of heartbreak, the months of punishment between those four men finally coming to a head. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns toppling the demons of their past, putting down the Judgment Day inside Hell in a Cell. It is thunderous in Orlando. Raw after WrestleMania energy has certainly taken over the Kia Center. Seth Rollins calling out the WWE Champion. And it looks like Rollins has got some company. And this isn't the Undisputed Champion. This is not the Unpredictable Badass. This is the OTC. Roman Reigns is on the scene. Seth Rollins looking to set his sights on the undisputed WWE Champion Bron Breakker. And Rollins' tag team partner from WrestleMania, the OTC, is walking down the aisle. Roman Reigns putting the past behind him in Philadelphia WrestleMania, finally conquering the Judgment Day, doing one good for his family. Now Roman Reigns walks down the aisle, staring into the eyes he fought side by side with at WrestleMania, the man known as Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins obviously trying to set his sights on Bron Breakker, the WWE Championship, the man we'll see in the main event. But the OTC Roman Reigns has got something on his mind. A confrontation in the middle of the Kia Center. Oh man, Seth Rollins making it very simple. Roman wants a shot. Rollins wants a shot. What is going to happen between these two men? Well, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight in Orlando, on the Raw after WrestleMania, Rhea Ripley, the new women's champion, has got a bone to pick with the unholy union dating back weeks ago. Rhea needs a tag team partner. Who will stand alongside the Nightmare as she goes 2v2 against Alba and Isla later tonight? And inside the ring in moments, live from a sold-out Kia Center, it is a WrestleMania rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. The new champion, Solo Sikoa, puts the title on the line against the big Aussie, Bronson Reed. That's coming up live next on Raw. Can't get enough Universe mode? Well, now is your chance to secure a backstage pass to more Universe than ever before. Become a Noah Nation Gaming channel member and gain entry to exclusive kickoff shows before each and every premium live event. Also, witness bi-monthly house shows that directly affect your episodic viewing of Universe Mode. Also, take a peek behind the curtain and see how Universe Mode is brought to life each and every week. Hit the join button down below, become a Backstage Pass Noah Nation Gaming channel member, and get your front row seat to more Universe than ever before.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
We're back live on an all-new Monday Night Raw and a brand new season. The Intercontinental Championship set to be defended. The Big Aussie wants back the gold. Bronson Reed held the Intercontinental Championship from the first week of November all the way up until just over a week ago when he walked into WrestleMania Saturday in the middle of a Philadelphia street fight against Solo Sikoa. These two men have been brutalizing each other for weeks here on Monday Night Raw, and it finally came to a head in the land of extreme. Bronson Reed and Solo Sikoa pushing each other to their physical limits, but one Samoan spike in the back half of the matchup secured victory and secured the first singles gold for Solo Sikoa. But that man, Big Bronson Reed, has come hunting. He wants back the gold. Reed has defeated Solo before, going all the way back to Survivor Series in November. Solo got the win at WrestleMania. Tonight, it is a rubber match. But hot off winning the championship in Philadelphia, you gotta believe Solo Sikoa, who makes the trip to Orlando tonight, is not looking to let up his hold on his newly found hardware. We've said it in weeks past, Solo Sikoa may be the most dangerous version of himself that we have ever seen. And we have seen some pretty dangerous versions of Solo Sikoa over his last 2 years here on Monday Night Raw. But now Solo finally has something to show for it. The Intercontinental Championship around the waist of the Street Champ. Able to outlast the heavyweight, the big Aussie, Bronson Reed, on the grandest stage of them all. And you look into the eyes of Solo tonight, you see one focused individual. As we kick off a whole new season, it is the first Raw of the season. It is the Raw after WrestleMania. And I can't think of a bigger way to kick things off inside of that squared circle than with a championship affair. Solo Sikoa just seems to have a new presence about him with that championship around his waist. He got what he wanted. He hunted Bronson Reed for months, but now it's Reed who's on the hunt. And he wants back the Intercontinental Championship live from a capacity Kia Center in the middle of Orlando, Florida. We welcome you to Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. There is so much action on hand tonight, including the WWE Champion Bron Breakker, one-on-one with the Judgment Day's Damian Priest in your main event. But now, we send it to Alicia Taylor for your official Intercontinental Championship introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Black Forest, South Australia, weighing in at 330 pounds, Big Bronson Reed. And his opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Solo Sikoa.
Solo Sikoa laser focused on the task at hand. It has been exactly 1 year since last year's Raw after WrestleMania, where Bronson Reed returned to the WWE, debuted on Monday Night Raw, and he has certainly become a presence each and every Monday ever since. He won that Intercontinental Championship back in November, held it all the way to WrestleMania. Will he win it back tonight, or will the reign of the Street Champ only just be beginning? The bell has sounded. We are underway with your first contest of the new season. Intercontinental titles on the line. Solo Sikoa hot out of the gate. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the road to Backlash, Sunday night, April the 27th, LDLC Arena in Lyon, France. What a night it is going to be. And I wonder who is going to be making their way to France, whether it be on Monday Night Raw or at Backlash itself as the Intercontinental Champion. Will it be Solo Sikoa or will it be Reed who gets back the gold tonight? Out of the corner, sends Solo. Solo very familiar with the game that is trying to catch Bronson Reed. These two are ever agile big men. We saw it on full display all the way back at Survivor Series. We saw the depths that they're willing to travel at WrestleMania. And now they clash again tonight for all the marbles. Solo down at ringside. Oh, Bronson Reed. Both these men ducking and diving each other's blows, and now Solo set to the barrier. Bronson Reed was put through a table on multiple occasions by Solo Sikoa. 2 weeks ago here on Monday Night Raw, Bronson putting Solo through a table with a massive tsunami. And of course at WrestleMania, Solo getting the best of the big Aussie. Reed breaking the count momentarily. Of course, this is not the rules of WrestleMania. This is not a Philadelphia street fight. This is a normal wrestling contest tonight. Reed does not have the championship advantage that he has had for the last couple of months here on Monday Night Raw. Bronson Reed needs to bring the fight to Solo, but he's got to get the job done between the ropes. Both these men jockeying for position at ringside. Reed finally gets the best of it. Solo knows what it's like to be on the receiving end of offense by that heavyweight, super heavyweight at that, in Bronson Reed. He's been able to withstand it before, but will he be able to do it again? Oof. So we're talking about the agility of Bronson Reed, able to leave the soles of his boots like no other. Takes a lot of inspiration from the late, great Bam Bam Bigelow. And you see it in his offense each and every Monday night here on Raw. Solo down into the corner, and Reed backing it up Samoan style on the Wild Samoan himself. And nearly winning back the Intercontinental Championship, but again, Solo Sikoa is in this matchup. Just because Reed is keeping down Solo before does not mean it was an easy task. Hell of a matchup if you go all the way back to November at Survivor Series. A physical, holy hell, hold that thought. What an overhead throw by Sikoa. Both these men ever agile, ever strong, powerful individuals. Solo tossing Reed, and now Solo going up top for a Samoan splash on the challenger to retain the title, not just yet. Reed still in this fight as Solo nearly put it away. He'll be going for the Samoan spike that closed the chapter of Reed's Intercontinental title story at WrestleMania. Reed off the counter to Death Valley driver. Here we go. These men throwing live rounds. And you expect nothing less. They know each other extremely well. There's no need for a feeling out process here tonight on Raw. Great wrestling contest at Survivor Series. A physical, extreme battle in the street fight at WrestleMania. Tonight, who wants it more? Reed throwing all of his body weight at Solo. My goodness. Solo Sikoa looking up at the lights at the Kia Center momentarily as Reed now on the middle rope, very comfortable from there, drops the hammer. Solo may be in trouble as Big Bronson Reed again. He's gonna have a second reign with the Intercontinental title, but Solo Sikoa ever defiant. Reed has found out firsthand just how difficult the challenge is of the street champ. Able to knock him down to size once more at that shoulder block. Reed has got to put Solo in position for that tsunami, the maneuver that he was not able to hit at Wait a minute. Wait, who the hell? Wait, I know exactly who that is. Wait a second here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Jacob Fatu. One of the hottest free agents in professional wrestling today. And of course, a member of the Fatu family who just distracted Bronson Reed. The hell is he doing here in Orlando on Raw? Jacob Fatu, a former MLW champion here in the WWE, attacking, or I should say distracting Bronson Reed, and it has completely turned this matchup on its head. Solo Sikoa going after the big Aussie off the distraction. Just as it seemed, as Reed was stacking the offense, and Solo Sikoa's Intercontinental Championship reign may have been slipping away. Well, Fatu has left ringside, ladies and gentlemen. The brief distraction, and has completely turned this matchup upside down. Reed doesn't know what hit him. Reed did not see that distraction coming. He didn't see the blow from Solo from behind coming. Now Solo back on top. Headbutt right to the sternum. Solo Sikoa soaking in what may be another victory here tonight. Reed's got to find a way. He's got to find the will. Solo grabbing a hold. Maybe too late. Samoan spike by the street champ. Solo retains the Intercontinental Championship.
Here is your winner, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Solo Sikoa.
I cannot believe this. Bronson Reed all over Solo. And then the distraction by, the man that's back inside the ring. Let's get the cameras inside the squared circle. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Jacob Fatu, who is raising the hand of Solo Sikoa. Family sticking together. What has Solo let onto the scene here on Monday Night Raw? This could be a dangerous duo as Solo retains the Intercontinental title. WrestleMania has come and gone, but the aftershock is only beginning. The fallout from the biggest stage has sent shockwaves through the WWE, and now the first battleground of the new season awaits at Backlash. Live from the LDLC Arena in Lyon, France, championships will be defended, rivalries reignited, and scores settled in an unforgiving fashion. The future is now, and the future is coming to France. Who will rise? Who will fall? And who will seize their moment in the chaos? The road beyond WrestleMania kickstarts here at WWE Backlash. We want to take you back to Monday Night Raw just a couple of weeks prior to WrestleMania. The Unholy Union going up against WrestleMania opponents in Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton. Alba Fire pulling a little trickery out of her pocket. This fireball that neared the eyes of Rhea Ripley, at least enough to distract Rhea and scare Tiffany Stratton away. Tiffany Stratton, who was playing mind games with Rhea in the lead up to WrestleMania, throwing the nightmare to the wolves. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn picking the bones and upsetting the Royal Rumble match winner Rhea just a couple of weeks ago here on Monday Night Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you that coming up next week in Miami, right here on Monday Night Raw, it is the 2025 WWE Draft Lottery. Superstars from Raw and SmackDown going to be switching brands. That is live right here on Monday Night Raw next week at the draft. But Alba Fire and Isla Dawn were able to keep down Rhea Ripley and be a thorn in her side, not just on that night in the tag team matchup, but for weeks in the lead up to Rhea's contest with Tiffany at WrestleMania. After that upset in the tag team bout, Rhea Ripley wants her payback. Alba and Isla more than happy to step into the ring with a woman who now house the Women's Championship. Many are already calling it one of the best matches of 2025. On WrestleMania Sunday, this woman, Rhea Ripley, conquering Tiffany Stratton, bringing home the gold.
And her opponents, from Adelaide, South Australia, the WWE Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley.
It was a long road from rock bottom back to the top of the women's division. But through winning the Royal Rumble matchup and outlasting the mind games that Tiffany Stratton bestowed upon her in the lead up to the grandest stage, Rhea Ripley able to conquer the Queen of the Ring herself and bring home the Women's Championship. It was an incredible fight in Philadelphia. Rhea surviving the best that Stratton had to offer. But now Rhea moves on at the helm of the women's division, holding the richest prize, holding the championship gold. She's got some bones to pick with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. But the question remains, Rhea Ripley needs a tag team partner, certainly one better than Tiffany Stratton. Who has Rhea chosen to stand side by side with her in combat here tonight on Monday Night Raw? Only time will tell as Mommy is back on top. Oh, well, from one new champion to another. It is the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria. Two holders of hardware standing side by side here in Orlando.
And from Dublin, Ireland, the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria.
It was on the WrestleMania Saturday kickoff show, the first bell inside Lincoln Financial Field, where Lyra Valkyria outlasted another former women's champion in Liv Morgan to capture the Women's Intercontinental Championship, etching her name in the annals of history as its inaugural holder. Rhea Ripley certainly scoring a massive tag team partner for this collision here tonight on the Raw after WrestleMania. Well, I gotta tell you, Alba and Isla found themselves in a huge opportunity state tonight, going 2v2 against the singles champs of the women's division here on Raw. Rhea Ripley starting out this match with Alba Fire, the woman who threw that fireball near her eyes several weeks back. Rhea Ripley falling to the unholy union, now looking to right that wrong with Lyra Valkyria by her side. But as for Alba and Isla, not only are they back in the ring with one of the top stars of the WWE today in Rhea Ripley, but she's the women's champion, and standing side by side with her is the Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria. A victory for the unholy union tonight could certainly put one of them in line for some singles gold. Tag made to Isla Dawn. Alba and Isla, have certainly been a force here on Monday Night Raw that Rhea Ripley has struggled to figure out. Rhea's been able to keep the unholy union down in singles matches, but in the tag match they had her beat. Certainly their forte. When it comes to in-ring competition, there's a cheap shot by Isla right to the Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria. Rhea Ripley for weeks dealing with the mind games, the ambushes, all the games by Tiffany Stratton, able to overcome the center of the universe herself, the queen of the ring in Philadelphia, to become the champion. But now, Isla and Alba looking to pick her bones yet again. Rhea Ripley was in the match of her life just 8 nights ago in Philadelphia. You gotta wonder if there's any looming fatigue and if Rhea is back to 100% or not. Only time will tell. Right now, Rhea Ripley just trying to find a window to get into this tag team matchup, and she does, sending Isla Dawn in not only enemy territory, but championship territory. Tag made to Lyra Valkyria. Look at this tandem offense. Rhea Ripley certainly scoring huge tonight on Raw, and a slingshot leg drop by Valkyria. Oh, way to go, Alba. Ruining the fun. Tossing Lyra off the top. And now Isla looking to steal the victory here. Valkyria able to pop the shoulder up. Lyra Valkyria coming in a house of fire. Went to the top rope in the wrong corner. And Alba Fire, that moth to flame, threw her right into the fire. Unholy Union going to take advantage once again here. The two women who walked out of Philadelphia as champions after walking in as challengers. Certainly defining nights in Lyra Valkyria and Rhea Ripley's careers. And now as a new season begins, they got fresh targets on their back, and Alba and Isla looking to take the most advantage. They take nothing away from these two women. Enchanted witches, as they call themselves. Alba Fire, former NXT United Kingdom champion. To find success here on Monday Night Raw. Lyra Valkyria. Exploder takes down Fire. Alba Fire shoving Lyra Valkyria off the top rope a few moments ago. Now Lyra with an ounce of payback. Off the moonsault, Alba Fire able to survive. Lyra Valkyria proving herself here on Raw ever since her debut back in September. She's seen some humps in the road. She is very familiar with Alba and Isla as well. Lyra Valkyria off the suicide dive, showing you why she has been brought to the dance and made it this far. Off the suicide dive, going to add some insult to injury on the outside, but Alba Fire able to reverse and set her back inside the squared circle. Tag made to the Nightmare, to the WWE Women's Champion Rhea Ripley, the powerhouse of this entire contest. This is wildly off the kick. Alba now from behind. Alba goes behind. Face first goes the champion. Unholy Union looking for another upset. Not if Lyra Valkyria's got anything to say about it. Alba Fire catching Rhea Ripley off guard. Rhea getting tagged in. Thought she was about to take over, but the Unholy Union have been waiting for this opportunity. They've done their homework. Oh, look at that. Eye for an eye. Alba off the top rope now by Lyra Valkyria. Both women down. Had a bit of a stalemate, but Rhea Ripley realizing that Alba Fire was taken out by the Intercontinental Champion. Certainly Rhea had a good choice of tag team partner tonight. Rhea Ripley knows what it's like to be at the top of the division, to have everybody gunning for her. Multiple times over, women's champion. Ever since losing the title last year at SummerSlam, she was starting from the bottom, back of the line, working her way to the top, and she did so at WrestleMania. Now is where the true work begins as the champion. Can she start to turn away any and all comers again? Nails that super kick that she wanted earlier. Alba Fire maybe wishing she was anywhere but the Sunshine State right now. There's a reverse by Fire. Very familiar with Rhea Ripley's game. Rhea gets sent into enemy territory. Tag made. The White Witch of Monday Night Raw, Isla Dawn. The Unholy Union looking to strike on Rhea Ripley again. This is how they put down the Nightmare several weeks back. Right here on Raw. Isla in the cover. Another upset on the horizon. Rhea Ripley ever emphatic, getting the shoulder off the canvas. Rhea Ripley denying Alba and Isla any satisfaction here tonight. And now back to her feet, the Nightmare. Power bomb nearly folded Isla up like an accordion. Rhea Ripley with Tiffany Stratton out of her hair and the women's title back on her side, may be feeling the best she's felt in quite some time. And now a tag made to Lyra Valkyria as the Intercontinental Champion starts to rev up her engines. These two champions working like a well-oiled machine. Over the top of the crossbody goes Lyra. Lyra Valkyria has compared herself to a raven in the past, never afraid to soar through the skies, and we see that again. Valkyria keeping down Piper Niven and Becky Lynch several weeks ago to qualify for WrestleMania. And putting Liv Morgan down for a 3 count on WrestleMania Saturday to win the gold. So Alba Fire with a momentary distraction that time, and now Isla Dawn looking to take advantage of the turn back of the Intercontinental Champion. Unholy Union looking to mark their territory, stake their claim here on Monday Night Raw. A victory over two singles champions, certainly a way to do so. I don't think anybody will be forgetting the name of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, the Unholy Union, if they can be victorious tonight, which is easier said than done. Crossbody by the Intercontinental Champion. Lyra going back up top. Isla Dawn, worse for wear, has no idea where she is, trying to get herself calculated into her corner. Tag made to Alba Fire. Here comes Valkyria off the ropes, realizing that a high-risk maneuver was not to be that time. Alba Fire making her pay, however. And another cheap shot. Rhea Ripley set off the top, and another kick to the abdominal by Alba Fire. Unholy Union trying to keep each other fresh, or at least as fresh as they can be. Isla Dawn once again tagged in. Lyra Valkyria, and they're going up to the top rope, miscalculating their game plan. May have to find herself with her back against the wall, starting to swing and trying to find a new one. Into the corner she goes. Rhea Ripley's got to be fed off of brutal cheap shots in this matchup. A schoolboy there by the White Witch. The Intercontinental Champion in trouble, not just yet. And now goes behind. Does Island on. Crushing the Intercontinental Champion. Rhea breaking things up. Only so many times you can get away with that in this kind of a tag team matchup. Another cheap shot. Rhea goes down. Isla Dawn now from behind. Lyra Valkyria in trouble. The unholy union picking the bones of the champions. Hot off the heels of WrestleMania. Lyra and Rhea riding a high, but that momentum coming to a halt.
Here are your winners,
Well, these two women were in the crosshairs of Rhea Ripley for weeks, but Isla Dawn picking up the pinfall over the Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria. The unholy union want to stake their claim on Raw. I think they just moved one step closer to doing so. A huge victory tonight in Orlando. Can't get enough Universe mode? Well, now is your chance to secure a backstage pass to more Universe than ever before. Become a Noah Nation Gaming channel member and gain entry to exclusive kickoff shows before each and every premium live event. Also, witness bi-monthly house shows that directly affect your episodic viewing of Universe mode. Also, take a peek behind the curtain and see how Universe mode is brought to life each and every week. Hit the join button down below, become a Backstage Pass Noah Nation Gaming channel member, and get your front row seat to more Universe than ever before. Well, it has already been a noteworthy night here in Orlando, but next Monday night in Miami, it is the 2025 WWE Draft. Superstars from Raw and SmackDown will be under one roof. Who's switching shows? Who's going where? We're going to find out live next Monday night in South Beach right here on Raw for the 2025 Draft Lottery. But we are back inside the Kia Center. Live on the Raw after WrestleMania. Last time Cedric Alexander was in action, it was a part of that Cruiserweight Gauntlet over on SmackDown, but he's back here on Monday Night Raw looking for some competition, a part of the new season. Well, look who's on the scene here on the Raw after WrestleMania, where anything can happen.
And his opponent from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 273 pounds.
A young man with a ton of main event potential. 6'4", 300 pounds. A former NXT champion, breakout tournament winner in 2023, North American champion as well. The ruler, Obafemi, is here on Raw. Anything can happen on the kickoff to an all-new season. And everything can happen on the Raw after WrestleMania. Well, Cedric Alexander wanted some competition. I don't think this is what he had in mind. Obafemi is just built different. Cedric Alexander better have a hope and a prayer if he's gonna take down this behemoth here on Monday Night Raw. Well, let's see who's got it in him. Cedric Oba right here, right now, as we continue forward on Monday Night Raw. Like we mentioned the last time we saw, my goodness, Cedric Alexander in action. Was a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown, a part of that #1 Contenders Gauntlet match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Now he's in the ring tonight. Well, it's somebody who's the polar opposite of a Cruiserweight. Look at the power of the 6'4" Nigerian as he just powers Cedric Alexander off the canvas and brings him back down. Little senton on top of it. Oh, Bafemi, one of the fastest rising stars in the WWE today, completely taking NXT by storm upon his arrival. Running through the black and gold brand, and now is here on Monday Night Raw. And Cedric Alexander might be regretting trying to find some competition here tonight. Oh, but just squashing Cedric in the corner. Look at the power game of that behemoth. They call him the ruler for a reason. Cedric Alexander doesn't even know where he is. What a backbreaker. Oh, Bafemi enjoying his own work. Cedric Alexander doesn't know if he's in Orlando, Tampa, Miami. You might think he's back in Philadelphia. This isn't WrestleMania, it's the Raw after, and Cedric Alexander has found himself in the crosshairs of one of the fastest rising stars in this entire industry. Oh, Bafemi's just playing it with his food at this point. He might have Cedric put away already. Alexander's looking up at the lights of the Kia Center, dropping a massive-sized tree trunk leg. Oh, Bafemi all over Cedric, and now this bear hug just trying to squeeze the life out of Alexander. Cedric may actually have that hope and a prayer that we talked about. Wait a minute, out of the corner, spiking on Bafemi on his crown with a tornado DDT. Does Cedric have an upset here? Not just yet. Well, Alexander's got to use his speed and agility to try to get around this big man. Oh, I think Bafemi has had enough. Just sending Cedric for a ride. And Oba now, staring into the eyes, powerbomb! Count to 20, this one is over. Welcome to Monday Night Raw, Oba Femi. Cedric Alexander wanted some competition. I don't think he expected the ruler to arrive on Raw.
Here is your winner, Bafemi!
This man is gonna be a difference maker. Oba Femi has arrived on Monday nights. They call him the ruler for a reason. An impressive debut for the 6'4" Nigerian, Oba Femi. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next here on Monday Night Raw, the WWE Champion Bron Breakker set to clash with an old rival in the Judgment Days, Damian Priest. These two men with loads of history. They reignite that flame live up next. WrestleMania has come and gone, but the aftershock is only beginning. The fallout from the biggest stage has sent shockwaves through the WWE, and now the first battleground of the new season awaits at Backlash. Live from the LDLC Arena in Lyon, France, championships will be defended, rivalries reignited, and scores settled in an unforgiving fashion. The future is now, and the future is coming to France. Who will rise? Who will fall? And who will seize their moment in the chaos? The road beyond WrestleMania kickstarts here at WWE Backlash. Earlier tonight here in Orlando, both Seth freaking Rollins and the OTC Roman Reigns told the world what their intentions were. Bron Breakker and the WWE Championship. Rollins and Reigns throwing down the gauntlet, throwing a line in the sand, and we can confirm that next week on draft night in Miami, Seth Rollins will go one-on-one with Roman Reigns to determine the #1 contender for Bron Breakker's WWE Championship on Sunday night, April the 27th in Lyon, France at WWE Backlash. Well, that is coming up next week, but we also want to rewind the clock back to earlier tonight. In the midst of the Intercontinental Championship rematch, Bronson Reed momentarily distracted by Jacob Fatu, who arrived on the scene for the very first time, taking Reed's eye off the ball and leaving it wide open for the Street Champ to take advantage. One Samoan spike later, and Solo Sikoa not only standing alongside the newcomer and Jacob Fatu, but retaining the Intercontinental Championship. Well, that newcomer himself is now in the crosshairs of the Big Aussie. And next week in Miami, Fatu's in-ring debut right here on Monday Night Raw as he goes one-on-one with Bronson Reed. This one is not going to be for the weak in heart. Fatu coming in with bad blood already. Thanks to the events of earlier tonight, he meets Reed live next week in South Beach. But we got a main event on hand, live from the Kia Center in Orlando on the Raw after WrestleMania. Damian Priest looking to turn it all around here tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds.
This is not Damian Priest's first collision with Bron Breakker. It was back in January at the Royal Rumble that Priest attempted to take away Breakker's newly won WWE Championship, but a returning Roman Reigns ensured that that would not be the case, and Damian Priest would not be bringing back gold to the Judgment Day Clubhouse. You know, Rhea, Ripley, and even Dominic Mysterio might have had the best of luck at WrestleMania, but Priest and Balor cannot say the same. The demons of the past coming back to haunt those two individuals inside Hell in a Cell. Now Damian Priest, hell-bent on getting himself and Finn Balor back on track and going one-on-one with a familiar foe. But if these last few months have told us anything, it is not an easy task going one-on-one with the unpredictable badass.
His opponent from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion, Bron Breakker.
Many thought that the main event of WrestleMania Sunday would be the end to Bron Breakker's WWE Championship reign, going one-on-one with the Second City Saint, the best in the world, CM Punk. CM Punk emptied the tank 8 nights ago in Philadelphia, but somehow, someway, that man, Bron Breakker, was able to withstand it all and leave Lincoln Financial Field still the WWE Champion. And Bron Breakker, a man who ain't never backing down from a fight. Damian Priest looking to go out the helm of Monday Night Raw in order to get himself back on track. Bron Breakker more than happy to get his hands on him inside of the ring. Now at WrestleMania, Bron Breakker was really silencing a lot of doubters when he defeated CM Punk. He had beaten CM Punk prior, but of course that was the Money in the Bank cash-in back in December. And many thought that was the only reason that Bron was able to pin the shoulders of the Second City Saint. Damian Priest and several others think that Bron may not be the champion today if it weren't for Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins coming to his aid on his 2 occasions inside of that ring against the Archer of Infamy. Now Bron Breakker, although the WWE Champion, once again finding himself in a spot where he can silence some doubters and almost right the wrongs of the past. He may have defeated Damian Priest before, but tonight he wants to do it all on his own. Damian Priest has got something to prove. He has tried to step out of the realm of tag team division in the past and bring singles gold to the Judgment Day. Challenging Bron Breakker back at the Royal Rumble for the WWE title. It did not work out thanks to the ghost that Priest and Balor had created. Now here on the Raw after WrestleMania, Priest looking to write a whole new chapter in the Judgment Day story. Bron Breakker coming out guns a-blazing the only way he knows how, similar to what we saw at WrestleMania, which was Bron Breakker very aggressive in the first few minutes until CM Punk had really taken over. Bron Breakker proving that even when you get him into those deep waters, even when you get him in championship rounds, he knows how to survive. Former two-time NXT champion, Mr. Money in the Bank, and of course, the current reigning WWE Champion, Bron Breakker, has proven his worth. Damian Priest, however, looking to take out Bron tonight, maybe put himself in line for a future championship opportunity. Trying to dust off the blemish known as what happened at WrestleMania. What about what we found out moments ago, however? Hold that thought. Bron Breakker pulling the rug out from underneath Priest's feet, trying to kick the victory. Priest now, Breakker now. Both men nearly catching each other. Damian Priest catches the champion with a kick and now hustles up into the pinfall. This one's not over yet. As we're about to mention, next week live from South Beach, Miami, Florida on draft night. What a huge night it's going to be here on Raw. Roman Reigns will go one-on-one with Seth Rollins to determine who steps in the ring with Bron Breakker at Backlash on the 27th of April. Damian Priest, however, looking to put himself in championship conversations. Priest and Balor might have fell short. The duo known as The Shield at WrestleMania. Damian Priest here in Orlando tonight to get the Judgment Day in main event conversations. So they're just jockeying for position at ringside. Bron Breakker's head being bounced off the table. It's 2 years ago here on the Raw after WrestleMania. The Judgment Day was truly beginning to form. 2 years later, Damian Priest now, along with Finn Balor and the rest of the Judgment Day, some of the top stars in WWE today. And here's Priest in the main event of Raw, one-on-one in this non-title affair with the WWE Champion. They're going to bring major success to the black and purple unit. Back inside the ring, Damian Priest now starting to take over. Bron Breakker, always very explosive out of the opening bell. But the true test is what we get in the later rounds. Can he survive the punishment? And another kick out by Bron. Damian Priest nearly putting Bron Breakker away that time. But the WWE Champion still in this main event. Breakker now into the corner. Priest gonna bring him there. Collapse him down. Sometimes there's nothing fancy about what Damian Priest brings to that squared circle. It is simply effective, simply just trying to incapacitate his opponent. Let's not forget this is a man in Damian Priest who has been pinned the shoulders, we should say, the likes of Seth Rollins, the likes of Roman Reigns. If it weren't for WrestleMania and the result of it, as Priest comes with the step up over the top rope and crushes Breakker down at ringside. If it weren't for the events of WrestleMania, we could be living in a world where Damian Priest is already the #1 contender to the WWE title. Priest now hustling up, going to put himself in contention. Takes out Breakker again. Priest is going to win this matchup. Not just yet, Bron's still alive. Damian Priest, high risk, high reward, but the unpredictable badass once again showing his guts. We saw what CM Punk hold that thought. Spear by Breakker. Damian Priest kicking out. Oh man, we got ourselves a barn burner. Here in Orlando tonight. Breakker now off the top. The straps are coming down. The smoke's coming out of the nose. The face is nothing but red. Bron Breakker's fired up. We saw Damian Priest now south of heaven. On the floor at ringside. Both of these men throwing live rounds. Priest has got Breakker exactly where he wants him. He needs the pinfall. He needs it now. But it's another kick out by the champion. Frustration written all over the body language of Damian Priest. But for the third time, we'll try to make this point. We saw what CM Punk put Bron Breakker through at WrestleMania and what Bron was able to survive. There should be no shock on Damian Priest that the unpredictable badass is still living. Damian Priest ever confident in his efforts. A south of heaven at ringside, yet somehow Bron Breakker is still in this fight. These two men have felt each other before inside of that ring, and here they are clashing again. Frankensteiner by a family member who helped make that maneuver famous. Damian Priest might have shown his best hands in this contest. That sense of urgency off the south of heaven at ringside. Priest now brought into the corner, the WWE Champion, continuing to have his foot on the gas pedal. I don't know how much is left in the tank. Time will tell. Into the ropes we go! Second spear by Breakker! Into the cover! Bron Breakker with another huge victory!
Here is your winner,
While Bron Breakker just on a streak of silencing doubters and proving that he has earned his spot at the top of this industry. But next week in Miami, in South Beach, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, an opportunity to meet Bron Breakker for the WWE Championship on the 27th of April at Backlash hangs in the balance. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what an awesome night it has been here on Monday Night Raw, the first Raw of the season. Wait a minute here. Well, Damian Priest back inside the ring trying to get to his feet and... Wait a minute! Finn Balor! The hell? Finn Balor from behind, ambushing Damian Priest! This crowd has gone silent. The shock in the middle of Orlando. Damian Priest just trying to get to his feet. Bron Breakker's left the area, and Finn Balor is targeting Damian Priest, his tag team partner. Oh my goodness! I can't believe what we're seeing. Balor coup de grace to the punishment. Wait a minute, he's not done. Finn's not done. On top, another coup de grace. Finn Balor is stabbing Damian Priest in the back here on Monday Night Raw. After everything these two men have been through, literally to hell and back. Two-time Tag Team of the Year. Three-time World Tag Team Champions. But it looks like Finn Balor has had enough for one reason or another. Not the chair. the steel chair to the back of Damian Priest. Balor's out to make a statement. Finn is out to dish a Judgment Day classic beatdown to a member who knows it best. Or shall we say former member? I don't know what the hell this means for the Judgment Day as Finn Balor continues to assault Damian Priest. Priest is absolutely worse for wear. Took 2 spears by Bron Breakker, lost this matchup, and now Finn's all over my third coup de grace. And again, he's going up. This guy's out of his mind. Balor has lost it. And Damian Priest, you might need a shovel to get him off the canvas. Again! Priest is gonna have broken ribs. He might have internal bleeding. Finn Balor not giving Damian Priest a moment to breathe. And now is going after the steel chair. Priest, just stay down. Oh my God. Listen, Damian Priest ain't no saint. We've seen this man commit some crimes, to say the least, here on Monday Night Raw. But this is a little bit hard to watch. Priest is defenseless, and Balor's just beating him from pillar to post with the steel chair. And another coup de grace. Oh my God, we need to get some help out here. Referee Rod Zapata is helpless to stop this. Damian Priest in the drop zone and can't defend himself. I'm in shock, ladies and gentlemen. Finn Balor stabbing Damian Priest in the back. 2 years since the formation of the Judgment Day. All the accomplishments that these two men garnered together. But it looks like the failures of recent months have absolutely taken over the mind of that man, and Finn Balor has had enough of his once best friend.